Hi, I'm Liv. I'm here to tell you about this week's Friday Features fabric collection. These fabrics will go live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time on our website at thriftynotion.com. This collection is called First Love. It is some soft pastel, kind of romantic colorway. It's also pretty good if you can maybe squeak out an Easter dress or two if that's something you're needing in your wardrobe. Let's get started. First up, we have this, we're calling it a lightweight canvas. This is a cotton fabric. It would be great for home dec. It would also be good for clothing. You could do things like shorts or pants out of this. It is just a plain cotton fabric with a printed on, doesn't go through. It's a printed on kind of textured color, and canvas was the closest thing we could come to it for a description. It is a lightweight canvas, so you can see it's not super chunky, but you could use it for home dec, things like throw pillows and that sort of thing. You could also cover something like a chair seat in it. It's a nice neutral, but excellent for all kinds of stuff because it's cotton, and cotton is very multi-purpose. Next, we have this light purple, pretty kind of faux linen. It's a linen look. This is a poly rayon blend called Meet Cute. Kind of meant for formal sort of things. So twirly dresses are excellent. You could pair, we have all kinds of lace trims and things like lace collars that you could add to this and make a very cute little Easter frock for yourself or a little one. Really nice fabric with a pretty good drape. We have one little piece of poly cotton corduroy. This one's called Naivete, and we just have this one piece. Probably not enough here for an adult to get pants out of this cut of fabric. You could get shorts and maybe like short alls. For sure you could get a pair of overalls or pants for a little one out of this, although it is white. So I don't know if you want to dress your little one in white, but if you're feeling like taking risks. This one's called High School Sweetheart. It is kind of an odd texture. We don't really have a name for this type of fabric. It's just a formal floaty floofy fabric. It is a polyester. It's got a little bit of shimmery shine to it just because the thread is kind of shiny, and it sort of has this woven in floral swirly texture to it. So twirly dresses would be excellent out of this. It's pretty fluid, but there's enough body to it that if you gathered it, I think you could get a poofy sleeve out of this if you need a poofy sleeve. You could also do blouses and lingerie out of something like this. This is called Holding Hands, and it is a polyester kind of faux silk, pretty fluid. Again, kind of your formal wear sort of situation. You could also use it for things like drapes. You could make curtains out of this and it would be nice and sturdy and do a good job at that. But it's definitely soft enough and like pliable, fluid enough that you can do all kinds of dresses. Again, our lace trims, collars, things like that could add some details to this and make a very formal sort of fancy dress. You could also just use it for things like everyday basics like blouses. Here's a nice summery cotton. It's called First Kiss. It's got just a little bit of sparkle to it. A little bit of fireworks. This just silver stripe runs through it, and I know sometimes metallic threads can be really irritating. They're kind of itchy, but this is not feeling that way. It hides well in this weave. It's pretty sheer and a little fluid. I mean, it's cotton. So this is great for summery things like tank tops, woven tees, and sundresses. All right, this one is a polyester with a little bit of spandex, and it's called Moleskin, which is just referencing this sort of almost velvety suede-like texture. It's brushed on one side, which gives it this soft finish. And then it's kind of satiny on the back, but it does have some stretch to it because it's got spandex, but it only stretches in one direction. Other direction, not so much. So keeping that in mind, you can do dresses. You could do slacks out of this. A skirt would be very pretty. It's kind of a nice medium weight and pretty versatile. So choose your own adventure. Again, adding some lace is where you get the interest for this one. It's a nice sturdy fabric. This floral is the inspiration that ties this whole collection together, and it's called Summer Holiday. This is a polyester rayon, and it's kind of a brocade or a jacquard. It has a woven in floral texture and a printed on floral texture. So it's kind of fancy, but I could see a nice long gathered skirt out of this. That would be very pretty and kind of dramatic and springy, sort of earth mother in the springtime. Really pretty colors on this one. Excellent for skirts. You could do something like a blouse, although it might be a little busy. Who am I to say what is too busy for you? You do you. But I like it more as a skirt personally. Really pretty and pretty soft. Like, this is a nice fabric to wear, I think. There's enough rayon in here that it will breathe and it's nice and soft. Do pre-wash because rayon will shrink. Okay, this is just a sweet little silky polyester jacquard. Jacquard is just that woven in pattern. So this has pretty roses woven into the satiny finish on this. Very fluid, very soft and silky. Excellent for things like lingerie. You could use it as a dress. Like, you could make a very sweet little dress out of this. We don't have a ton, but you could get a dress out of this. It's also good for things like lining. This pretty texture woven in rose pattern is just a nice little detail to have on the inside of a coat or a jacket or a skirt. Really pretty stuff. Another thing that would make a good twirly dress. All right, this is the last one. It's called Coming of Age. It's another formal fabric that we don't really have a fabric name for, like the type of fabric. It's just kind of a crinkly texture meant to be used for things like gowns and dresses. Nice and fluid, and it is a polyester. So you could do twirly things with this too. Pair it up with any of these other twirly fabrics and do some interesting stuff. This is our final fabric. Happy sewing.